Piranhas get such a bad rep. They're known as these vile, man-eating monster fish. Yeah, they'll eat any type of meat that falls into their territory. However, they're very anxious and very nervous fish that rarely eat anything that's larger than them. For today's Wet and Wild Wednesday, we're going to be discussing, you guessed it, piranhas. My name's Samantha, I'm with Exotics of Ontario, and here are 15 facts about piranhas I bet you didn't know. In 1913, Teddy Roosevelt visited South America and encountered many different species of piranha. In 1914, he released a bestseller called Through the Brazilian Wilderness. In that book, he ended up writing a passage speaking on his experience with piranhas, and it reads as follows. They are the most ferocious fish in the world. Even the most formidable fish, the sharks and the barracudas, will only attack things smaller than themselves. But the piranhas habitually attack things larger than themselves. They will snap a finger off of a hand in cautiously trailing in the water. They mutilate swimmers. Every river town in Paraguay, there are men who have been mutilated as such. They will rend and devour alive any wounded man or beast. For the blood in the water excites them to a madness. They will tear wounded waterfowl to pieces and bite the tails off of large fish as they grow exhausted after fighting after being hooked. He is speaking on his experience from when he visited Brazil and watched an entire shoal of piranha devour a cow. This is a rare instance though. This only happened because the locals had prepared this whole scenario by capturing the piranha ahead of time in a net and starving them into a frenzy. You know, a fish that can eat an entire cow does make a really great story. You can find piranhas all over the freshwater rivers and lakes of South America. There are over 30 species of piranha that inhabit the rivers from the Orinoco River Basin in Venezuela all the way up to the Piranha River in Argentina. However, the amount of species and their ranges are only estimates since there are so many that look alike and eat very similarly as well. So it's hard to tell just from looking at them which species are different. There were fossils found in the rivers of South America that dated back about 25 million years ago. So they've been around in South America for a really, really long time. The modern genera of piranha are only estimated to be about 1.8 million years ago. And this is because about 5 million years ago, the Atlantic Ocean flooded, wiping out a good portion of the freshwater fish and wildlife in areas like South America and North America and Europe and whatnot. If you do find any piranhas in the wild that are not in South America, they are most likely someone's pet or the offspring of someone's pet. Piranhas are legal in most of the world to own. However, they do require a lot of tank space as they grow, especially since piranhas are pack fish. Since these fish are freshwater fish, they're relatively easy just to chuck outside into your local lake or river and get rid of if they do become too big for the space that you have. Just because a piranha is legal to own, though, does not mean it's legal to dump wherever you want to dump it. They are an invasive species outside of South America and will destroy your local ecosystem if you release them into the wild. So please, 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 please make sure that you have the proper space for the tank size that you will need for a shoal of piranha if you decide to invest in them. In the Brazilian language of Tupi, I hope I'm pronouncing that correctly, the piranha literally means tooth fish. and they definitely live up to this reputation. Not only are their teeth super sharp like razor blades, but their teeth also fall out and replace similarly to sharks. The main difference between shark tooth regrowth and piranha tooth regrowth is that shark teeth will fall out and grow back individually. Piranha teeth will fall out and grow back in quarters multiple times throughout their lifespan. So it's not really uncommon to see piranhas missing either parts of their bottom or top jaw of their teeth. They also have tricuspid teeth. This means that there are 3 points on the crown of the tooth. This allows them to be able to maintain their diet. The black piranha, also known as the red-eyed piranha, is the largest known living species of piranha today, and it has a maximum bite force of 72 pounds per square inch. That is about 3 times their own body weight. The ancestor of today's modern piranha, the Megapiranha piranensis, had a jaw tip bite force of 1,068 pounds per square inch. Just to give you an idea of how much that is, the Megapiranha weighed about 22 pounds. So its bite force is about 50 times its own weight. That is a pretty hefty bite from a fish. The M. piranensis also had 2 rows of teeth, unlike today's modern piranhas, which only have 1 row. So the idea that piranhas will eat humans is more myth than reality. Piranhas are very anxious animals, so eating living things larger than themselves is not ideal for them. Experts estimate that for a shoal of piranhas to eat an entire 180-pound human man in 5 minutes, it would take between 300 and 500 piranhas. It's a lot of piranhas. And at the same time, they would also have to most likely be starved into a frenzy to want to go after something so large. Movies and literature have definitely played a huge role in making this myth seem like a reality. Capybaras have also been filmed being taken down by piranhas in piranha-infested water. That is because the capybara is probably wounded or very ill already, and the piranhas have very little food sources available to them at this time. Again, they're not known for going after larger prey than themselves. Typically, piranhas will eat insects, fish, crustaceans, worms, carrions, fruits, nuts, and other plant materials. However, when there is a high competition for food, they are known for taking nips out of their own pack mates, living or dead. There's even a breed of piranha known as the wimple piranha, and it needs to feed on the scales of other fish. This is because those scales are covered in a nutritious mucous membrane that is high in protein and provides these piranhas with most of the nutrients that they need for their diet. Despite their reputation as a flesh-eating monster fish, most piranha species are actually omnivores, thriving off of both fish, crustaceans, fruits, and nuts, and other plant and animal material. However, there are some piranhas that are completely vegetarian. In the Amazonian rapids of the Trombetas Basin in Peru, Brazil, there is a breed of piranha called Tomets cuminani, which eats solely river weeds. The closest relative to the piranha, the pacas, also known as the tambaqui fish, also live mostly a vegetarian diet as well. Pacas fish look so similar to piranhas that they're actually often sold in marketplaces as vegetarian piranhas. Do not be fooled though, these are relatives of the piranha, not the piranha themselves though. A 1972 study on red-belly piranhas found that when goldfish were put into their tank at meal times, the piranhas tend to attack the tails and the eyes first. Researchers concluded that this is probably to immobilize their prey and make it easier for them to devour it, Again, being such an anxious fish, they don't want their prey to be able to attack back. Yes, you heard me correctly. Piranhas bark. Piranhas are known to make a barking-like noise when they are caught by fishermen. A team of Belgian researchers took it one step further and discovered that piranhas actually have 3 distinctive vocalizations for different situations. When confronted by another fish, piranhas will release a set of quick calls that resembles a barking sound. Essentially, these sounds are a warning to tell the other fish to back off. When circling or fighting another fish, piranhas will make a low grumbling or thudding sound. The muscles of the swim bladder will contract or relax in order to make these different noises. The third vocalization isn't really a bark or a growl. It's the piranhas chattering their teeth together and charging at you, letting you know that you're done for. So, a pack of piranhas is actually called a shoal, and they run in shoals not for hunting, but for safety. The idea of safety in numbers. They're not apex predators. They're actually prey to a lot of animals out there in the South American Amazon. For example, they're prey to birds, caimans, river dolphins, and other pescatarian fish. So traveling in shoals prevents them from being attacked by predators. The hierarchy of shoals goes as follows. The inside will be part of the larger and older fish, and the outside will be the younger, stronger fish. This will allow them to protect the older fish much more efficiently. In 2005, researchers discovered that not only did piranhas breathe better while in larger shoals, but they also reacted more calmly to stimulated predator attacks while in larger shoals. The one downfall to a large shoal, though, is that these fish do become more vulnerable in shallower waters when the tides are down. There isn't much evidence that supports the fact that piranhas will attack unprovoked. Like any other predator out there, unless they are provoked, they will not attack. Black piranhas and red-bellied piranhas are considered the most aggressive species of piranha towards humans. The only time that piranhas are typically known to attack is when food is scarce, the water levels are extremely low, or if you disturb them or the riverbed and where they've laid their eggs. Therefore, unless they feel threatened or extremely hungry, they're not going to attack you. You can go swimming in the Amazon and be absolutely fine. In 2007, there was a study done that linked noise, splashing, and spilling food, fish, or blood into water with 3 instances of piranha attacks in Suriname. Hope I'm pronouncing that correctly. Sorry if I'm not. They may be naturally tuned to pick up on fruits and nuts falling out of the trees into the water, which is why they are attracted to the splashing. And they are also able to smell 1 drop of blood in 200 liters of water. However, despite all of this, it still wouldn't be recommended to let your bleeding, rambunctious toddler go swimming in the Amazon. The mega piranha, which is the prehistoric ancestor to today's modern piranha, grew up to be about 3 feet long. Thankfully, though, today's piranhas are not that large. The largest piranha recorded is about 18 inches in length, and that's only about 1.5 feet. Thank goodness we don't have to deal with that 3 feet monster piranha fish today. And last but not least, piranhas do have terrible eyesight, And this isn't completely biological either. The Amazon rivers and lakes are full of tannins and silt, which means that piranhas will have to find their prey by scent or proximity. This also encourages piranhas to nip at their prey rather than devour them whole. This is so that they can test and see if their prey is actually their part of their diet. And this nipping behavior isn't unique to piranhas either. It's actually common among a lot of Amazonian fish. And that's the reason why a lot of fish, especially fish like catfishes, have a hard, bony exterior scales to protect them from other fish who are carnivorous. As always, thank you so much for watching. Please comment below which fact you found the most interesting about piranhas. And if you have any facts that I didn't mention in this video, please comment them below as well. I love learning new things about animals at any time. If you did like this content, please feel free to like and subscribe to our channel. And don't forget to turn on those notification bells so that you're aware of every video we post every Wednesday and Friday. I'd also like to bring attention for a moment to Draco, this guy right here. So he is one of our rescues that we have here at Exotics of Ontario, and he came to us with a really severe vent infection. We immediately took him to the vet and started him on an antibiotic treatment. And unfortunately, that antibiotic treatment has not improved his condition. Thankfully, it hasn't spread and it hasn't gotten worse, but that's all that the antibiotics have done, is keep the infection at bay. This means this little guy is going to need surgery to help remove the infection from his vent. The surgery is going to cost upwards to $1,300, and it's a pretty expensive surgery. So I have posted a GoFundMe link in the description below. If you guys can donate, I would really, really appreciate it. If not, please just share the link. Any awareness is better than no awareness. And I can tell you right now that all the support that we've been getting from just watching our videos, subscribing, liking our content, and sharing our content has been greatly appreciated. And I hate asking for more than what we've already received. However, this is for Draco's sake, not mine. So if you guys are able to, please take a look at the link below, and if you can donate, even just $1 helps, and we appreciate everything you guys can give. In saying that, I hope everybody is staying safe out there in this crazy, chaotic world, and I will see you guys in my next video. Have a good one.